I'm very excited about this trip that we will be taking to Boston. There are about 10 community members and city employees that will be flying out to visit a couple of wonderful and amazing organizations that have been in existence much longer than our organizations in Aurora. And those two organizations are Dudley Street Neighborhood Initiative and Lawrence CommunityWorks. They're very well known around the country about the incredible community development work that they do, and we are just very, very interested in learning from these two initiatives.
We have an elected official, we have a city staffer, we have community leaders.
The people that are joining, we become family. When you go to our side of town, specifically on Colfax, there's always that stigma that even natives, we say, oh, you live on Colfax, oh, you work on Colfax. Immediately people don't want to come there because there's always that negative connotation of what it looks like opposed to what it could be like.
So what I hope to learn from this trip is more about the amazing work that Dudley Street Neighborhood Initiative and Lawrence CommunityWorks have done over the past decades when they found themselves in a place much like our community is in this moment, where there is a lot of opportunity, but also a lot of challenges when it comes to our community.
We've been talking for years about potential solutions, but being sort of a visual learner, I think it's really good for me to be able to go to see some things in action.
Dudley Street's coming up.
At the light, turn right onto Dudley Street.
Dudley Street Neighborhood Association.
There we
We're
are.
Here.
One of the things I think I'm really eager to learn is how they have been able to put together collaboratives. And so both those projects work closely with local government and have been able to, work on affordable housing, some big, high dollar projects, as well as sort of, low level community organizing and working with the community. So just learning how they put some of those pieces together, I think is really going to be important for me to learn.
I think other folks share about some of what you're seeing in some of the historic and systemic disinvestment that you all have experienced in Aurora. And I think there's a lot of things that resonate in terms of the conditions of the neighborhood in Dudley. And we know that this is a pattern, right, in many cities and many neighborhoods across the country. DSNI's mission is to empower residents. So we are a resident-led organization. And so when we started, it was a group of residents, it was a group of other nonprofit organizations, kind of similar to what I think we're seeing right now in this room today, representing Aurora. Urban renewal has a very painful history. This is the Dudley Triangle back in 1988. All the blacked out areas back in 1988, those were vacant parcels. About 30 acres of vacant parcels. DSNI basically said, we're going to do our own. We're going to do our own planning process. We're going to create a comprehensive neighborhood plan for our neighborhood. The housing department of the city has been a really important partner with DSNI, but it doesn't come without the demand, right, and the pressure from the community.
One of the main reasons that sparked my interest in this trip is focusing on how we as a community can take back our community and not depending on just folks that have a lot of money to do this work. It really starts with the community themselves. One of the reasons why BPUF is here is to really hone in on how the community can bring in their own wealth and working with the city together to make that happen.
So here, Dennis Park has a lot of history with DSNI, with the community. So all of this, imagine, see around you, it was all empty, vacant land. This is one of the sites that the city or DSNI acquired. Every year, the organization was organizing community events, potluck, block parties. The city, decides to propose the creation of a park. one of the challenges, and you probably can speak more eloquent around this, is the challenge of maintaining land, right?
It's almost like we have to reverse engineer. Like, again, the burden falls on community. But in some ways, it also is, I think of it as like this, all right, if the burden's going to be on us anyways, we might as well take this approach of like self-determination, right? I'm just saying, I know this is like the first site visit, but like my heart's already so full. Like just hearing like what this could look like. And there are so many similarities. Like we're working on a greenhouse project as well.
One issue that I'm excited to learn about that both organizations in Boston have done well is the reactivation of vacant land and vacant bricks and mortar and vacant space. We also have lots of vacant land and brick and mortar and areas of our neighborhoods that are derelict and not well maintained, and we as a community want to learn from Dudley Street and from Lawrence CommunityWorks to do something similar in our own community in Northwest Aurora.
It's gonna be like, what?
You visit anyone?
No.
No? Okay.
Oh, looking good. Oh, my goodness.
Rainwater. Yeah. Storage thing.
It was like a garage.
So this is a 10,000 square feet greenhouse. It was conceived as like a business enterprise for community members. After a lot of debate internally at DSNI, they decided to listen to an organization, because DSNI was like, we're not like a farmers organization. What we do is community planning and community organizing. So let the farmers take this project and do what they do well.
So we're very excited to all come together to be able to learn when we arrive to Boston and when we engage with Dudley Street Neighborhood Initiative and Lawrence CommunityWorks. These are the two organizations that have already been there. They've already done it. That's what I want to learn about when we're in Boston, so that we can bring some of those learnings back to Northwest Aurora and apply them in our own situation.